The gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Stafford. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have recovered. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's now 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Third and long. It's Stafford. Able to hit his target long. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 83 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually, man, that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
13 yards. First down, Seattle.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, it's Dorsett. And some space here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Carson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Wilson to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Seahawks have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Van Der Esch on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Philip Dorsett saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Cowboys 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Well, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2nd and 10.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. Guys, a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stanford. Stanford puts it on the ground. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Stafford on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Mari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. Time by Elliott, 46 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Looking for cover, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 36, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing again. Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Jordan Reed has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they hand it off to Dorsett. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The 25-yard line.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Wilson's pass.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Play action. Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
There defensively.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Surprise, they ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He sets to fire deep. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for our team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Pickup of 61 yards.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Carson. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season. All hyperbole is, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Stafford here. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 12-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Wilson rolling. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
10 yards on the pick.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
The 35-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Stafford sacked. He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? Or, 1 by land, 2 by See, he didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in your podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the
Wilson wants to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jordan Reed there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. That one goes for 24 yards. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again, Stafford. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Cowboys.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a two-point conversion. One last throw here for Stafford.
Most teams do in their two-point attempt. They pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.